Welcome, Pisces, to your reading. Good morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, you are truly welcome to this timeless general read. You know the drill. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. So something may resonate for you, and I hope you will have the discipline to stick around to see what might speak to you or what you can be open to hearing. So, beloved Pisces, I was meditating on this card that I pulled for you to get the current energies and direction, and got full moon completion, right? So we know that this typically means the end of a cycle, right? The cycle of the moon. And I felt compelled to get the synonyms, antonyms for the completion, okay? We know that it's the end of something, can be the end of a project, end of a cycle, end of a job, relationship. Those are all the things that we really connect with it meaning. But if you look at it from a synonym point of view, there may be something that resonates with you more. So I have accomplishment, achievement, conclusion, culmination, expiration, finalization, fulfillment, integration, and realization, right? So all under completion. The finishing or the end of something, no matter what that is for you. And when we end something, when something comes to an end or we're finished with something, like when it's a project, we put the things away, right? If it's something that we put on display, then we will put it on display, and we pick up the area that we've been working in, right? Whether or not that's energetically or physically, we have objects that we put away. And there may be things we need to let go, right? Like if there's waste from a project, um, or something that you've been working on, you take it out, you put it in the trash, or you give it away or recycle it, right? There's steps that need to take place. And a lot of us know that the full moon is a great time to let things go within us, right? The residual stuff that needs to be taken care of, letting go of someone from the past, letting go of negative habits and ways of thinking. And those are so we know that we can expand more in our growth, right? So when we complete a job, right, we have to leave it behind. We have to um, leave the situation behind and kind of figured out what it is if we learn so we don't bring baggage to the next one, or to when you move somewhere. Usually you go through your things and you purge and you leave things behind. So kind of taking that all in mind when we're looking at this reading and how this may resonate for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Just gonna shuffle our tarot cards a little bit more before we jump into what Spirit wants to show us about completion. Beloved, what do you think this might be in your life? If you have an inkling or even something you're hoping to hear about coming to an end, finishing. Okay. Feel free to drop a comment. I'd love to support you. All right, let's see what we got. We have the Seven of Pentacles. All right, and I am going to leave these turned down and read them one by one as they come up. Okay. All right. So first of all, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we know this to be basically about the harvest, right? What seeds you have planted. So if you are looking to maybe get funding for a new project, a new grant, perhaps you are seeing put out resumes to see what jobs come back. Maybe you've tried new things on your social media and kind of see what sticks, what's new, right? That's something as creators that we try to do to see what sticks. That way we can remove what's not working, right? But this is also, about it's kind of that completion, like seeing that fruit ready to ripe and going over and picking it. It's that taking action. So if this is a job that you've got an interview for, it's taking that next step and leaving the rest behind, because perhaps the other fruit weren't right for you, right? When you have options before you, I'm thinking of the seven of cups in this regard, options before you, you're seeing, in following your intuition and seeing how things unfold, you're seeing what's right for you. And even if that is like a remodeling of your home or something, right? It's like what feels right, what is functional for you. This is about letting go of negative thinking and bad habits. It's like really after the realization that, oh, this just isn't serving you best anymore. It's time to pick it up and take that next step and leave the bad fruit behind. Okay. Um, this is also indicative of once you have picked up your stuff from your previous job, whatever's completed for you, about waiting for the next fruit to ripen. And if you haven't planted seeds for this next harvest, then that is going to be something that is going to come about for you um, fairly quickly. I mean, I wouldn't say today, but I don't see this being 7 months or more down the road either. Like where you are putting out those resumes, where you're really taking the time to meditate on what's best for you or where to move, right? Can be any number of things for you. It's about really you've grown a lot with the completion of this cycle, right? Maybe it's because you kept a commitment to yourself, right? Maybe it's because you pushed through some difficult relationships or um, energies at the workplace, right? So it's, you are also harvesting the patience that you learned, that you exuded, new skills that you have attained. Those are really going to come to the forefront so that you can easily see where you fit in moving forward. Okay. Mind. All right. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So it's after this completion and during this, I really feel I see somebody writing, and it might be to close out the chapter before, right? To make peace with things, maybe what you would consider bad and good, the pros and the cons, and really kind of paying respect to the cycle and letting things go, because I'm seeing clarity come through for you with a new kind of strength and hope that is made you feel a little bit more at home within yourself, Pisces, and where you feel a little bit more free. Okay, there's a key concept um, that is, there's several concepts, but a key one that is really important that you are going to bring forward. So I hope you're able to identify what that is. If not, through this completion ritual or project, whatever you're doing to kind of let things go and really hone in on the things that you have gained during this, you will see a little bit more direction. The opportunity will be there for you to be able to discern, because sometimes I'm thinking like with a fruit tree, with fruit in general, sometimes on the outside it looks wonderful, but inside it's rotten, right? So that's not good fruit. So when the apple falls from the tree, it doesn't mean pick up and run with it, right? Really think about it, gain your clarity, and don't be afraid to speak what it is that you need. When you are manifesting or when you are brainstorming with a partner or a friend, to really sit down and get to the nitty gritty of all of the gains and losses that you have. Even if there's no emotional attachment to those, it's still things that you have gained and things you have lost. About gaining that clarity, because there is a victorious offer coming through that is going to help you in some way. Whether or not that's large or small, this is something that is going to help tie a lot of these things together for you. And so you know how to move forward. All right. I see a sense of healing too. Um, for some of you in a business, I don't know, healing is the word coming up, whether or not it was fractured due to you maybe being anxious, nervous about things, and you might have kind of abandoned things or left them aside, and you may be picking this business back up, or a project that will turn into a business, um, and you'll gain the confidence to move forward with this, to accomplish this. I'm just going to pull my list that we used earlier, right? Something that you can achieve. And I do feel like when you look at the word expiration and I see the Ace of Swords, I feel like an expiration date, right? Not for you, but to let things go and to take action, right? The expiration date has come and gone for some of you in this area of completion. So it's really time to take that next step and not procrastinate, Pisces. Okay. All right. And next we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like with this, there's a level of excitement that you have for this next part of this journey for you, Pisces, but there's also a lot of anxiety. Okay. That's why taking this time out and really observing the lay of the land. Okay. Looking at your accomplices and looking at your foes, okay? And they may not be your enemies, but people you may be in competition with, people that you might not be for you. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily against you, but they're not exactly supportive or on your team. You need to look at the whole playing field, right? Regardless if they're on the home team or the away team, right? Your competition. Really observe. Okay. I'm seeing keeping lists as being important, so that you can really know the game that you're playing, and the game as in this game of life, and like the chessboard, right? Making the next move, knowing your opponents, knowing your team players, and really taking those wise steps. So really coming to grips that this is over, and you might be joyful that it's over. You may not feel anything that this is over, but there may be some grieving and sadness for some people because it's hard to take that next step, or it's hard to realize something is concluded, right? Things kind of build up to, right? A culmination of things that you may need to let go. And something about knowing your opponents, competitors, whatever it may be, not allowing your ideas to be taken. Okay, so don't share your ideas with just everybody. You don't have to be super tight-lipped about it, but I wouldn't go announcing things on social media until you get really clear about what it is that you need to do or steps you might need to take. Again, this is going to be different from person to person, right? It's going to play out differently. For some of you, it is going to be about examining some fears, examining the steps that you've taken, just to keep you on the clear path. Okay. All right, then we have the Queen of Swords. Beautiful, okay? And I am seeing you coming out of this as the Queen of Swords, wielding your sword in confidence and clarity to the future, okay? Because you have taken these steps. And a lot of that anxiety that you've been feeling, and you'll feel that, right, in your nervous system, you may need to practice breathing exercises to kind of take steps while you're nervous. And I know that's hard, but there's never a perfect moment. You're never going to feel 100% now is the time, and keep that same thought going through. There's always going to be some nervousness, right? Or there's always going to be some uncertainty on how things are going to go. So it's embracing that and knowing how to step forward, right? Like while carrying the burdens that you're thinking of, but learning to work with the energies and utilize that to your favor as you take steps forward, right? Being very strategic and really using your voice to say what it is that you need, okay? Putting it out there and really building affirmations for yourself, right? That really challenge yourself. So even when you're saying them and you're practicing them, your heartbeat might be raising a lot, right? You might be like, oh, I don't know if I believe this, but there's going to be this surge, right? This surge of clarity every time you listen to them that's just going to pulse through your body in excitement and passion and clarity for your purpose. Beautiful. Okay. Lastly, we have the Six of Pentacles, right? We're going to bring into balance all of these things that we have so that we have the reciprocity with energies and the exchange and energies for a business, in a relationship, yourself in spirit, your spirit team, right? So that there's no stagnancy here. There is this flow. I'm seeing the infinity loop, right? Constantly back and forth, accepting. Okay, so accepting is from spirit, your spirit team, whether or not it's direction, whether or not it's synchronicities that speak to you, whatever it may be. There's a receiving that you need to have, but you've gone through this. I see it almost like a step-by-step process that you are taking in evolving in a major way. And you yourself are a generous person, but you also need to learn how to receive, Pisces. You need to receive. I mean, some of the steps for some of you is going to be this clarity of asking for direction and asking for help from others. Whatever specialty or need you think you have, follow your gut. You're going to know what it is you need to ask. There will be research some of you need to do on next steps, right? Whether or not they're legal, whether or not they are physical, tangible steps that you need to take or people you need to speak to. But it's not all that apparent until you really sit down and let some of these things go. But at the same time, while you're letting go, you're allowing the new energy to flow in of feeling accomplished, of feeling that sense of achievement, whether or not, again, it's big or small. It's about celebrating all of those levels and allowing that flow to come in, Pisces. And then you are a water sign, right? So the flow, really embracing that part of yourself. It's beautiful, Pisces. And I'm feeling led to draw a kind of a chakra word card to kind of aid us in our finishing of our read here. What does Pisces need to know? Okay, I'm feeling like that one. Okay, and we have beauty, okay? About seeing the beauty in yourself, right? It's about, and really opening up that third eye chakra, which I believe through this process, you are going to open that third eye and really see the beauty in life and the beauty of what you've accomplished, right? In a new way, and a beauty in life and seeing yourself being able to move forward with these next steps, with this new cycle, okay? A beauty in yourself and a beauty in life, and this newfound values, beliefs, and purpose. Purpose. Beautiful. Well, Pisces, I hope you found something truly beneficial here, even in some way. I encourage you to hit that like and subscribe if you liked any part of this, so this can get out to others with Pisces in their chart. And I hope you have a beautiful week, Pisces, and I will be celebrating you and your beauty, okay? Have a great day. Stay grounded.